and welcome back to part 2 of my episode of Blind Leading the Blind with the icon herself, blind chef Christine Ha. Last video, if you missed it, we had so many great beep. We had so many great conversations. You do not want to miss it, hearing all about her background, how she came to be the chef she is today. Honestly, I was shocked by so much of what I learned from her in that video, so definitely check episode 1 out. But if you were here to finally see me learn how to cook, this is your episode, but also eating a lot of food. Christine has not one but 2 restaurants, so first, let's head to the stuffed belly. We have switched locations.
Yes.
Across the parking lot.
Yes, we
also
walked like 1 minute, away, and so now we're in my standalone drive-through concept, which is called Stuffed Belly.
Also such a good name.
And it is, I would describe this as kind of like your classic American sandwich drive-through concept, but the sandwiches have a fun twist. So,
okay, I'm really torn between the karate chopped cheese and the Texas toast one.
The I'll
tell you what, Molly, let's get both, because I think I would devour that. I think 2 of those, so.
Okay.
I hope y'all came hungry then, because y'all are supposed to eat at my place and then go circle back for dinner.
We came to eat, Christine.
Okay.
We came to eat, and also we do have a fridge in our hotel room.
Okay, yeah, then that works, because all
I-
this stuff will also be good for late night eating.
I am the queen of leftovers. The queen of leftovers.
Sounds good, so we'll order that. So we'll do 1 belly meal and 1 karate chopped cheese.
I'm so excited. The sandwiches are in the process of being cooked.
Yes.
But we've got beverages to try, and I'm very intrigued. I got the Blackberry Magic.
Yes.
It's in your right hand.
Which is,
Nope. There you go, right?
This one?
There you go.
That's Blackberry Magic?
Yep.
I'm blind. Okay, so it's homemade blackberry syrup.
Yes, so we make that in-house, and then it's starry soda, and then we top it off with house-made vanilla cream as well.
I feel like this is something that I hear a lot about, like, I don't know, in Utah and stuff, they do soda with cream and stuff in it.
Yeah, it's similar to like maybe if you think of like an Italian soda.
Okay, I've never had cream in my soda. Stop it right now, that is wild. That is actually so good.
Yeah?
It has a creamsicle type of taste to it.
Yes, yeah, that's kind of, so we do an orange creamsicle one too, where we do it with the orange soda and then we top it with the vanilla cream.
I'm not gonna lie, I like this more than I expected to. I really do. I was excited about the blackberry starry situation.
But
It
you
was
weren't
the
sure about
cream that threw me off.
A lot of people are like, does that work? But yeah, it kind of adds like this. So what chefs say in the culinary world is fat is flavor, and you need a little bit of fat to kind of just give you a certain mouthfeel, like that coating, and then it does
have like a
add
coating,
flavor.
a creaminess.
Yeah, so it's pleasurable in your brain when you're eating something that's like slightly fatty. So that's what the cream adds, like another dimension to a drink.
I'm gonna try the dirty Dr. Pepper now. I'm not a Dr. Pepper girl typically.
Me neither, actually.
Okay, this was my boyfriend's order, and I'm not usually a Dr. Pepper girl, but apparently it's big in Texas.
It is big. This is probably right now our #1 selling specialty drink. So it's similar with the vanilla cream and the Dr. Pepper. So it's almost like think of like a root beer float or something, but with Dr. Pepper.
It almost has a cherry cola vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting from it. I definitely way prefer the blackberry
Magic.
one, which is the one I assumed I would because it's the one I ordered.
All right, here we go.
I am
Our
in
chopped
shock.
cheese and our belly milk.
Which is which, John? Which on which side?
One on the left is our chopped cheese special, and then on the right is our belly melt, and right in the middle is our tater tots.
I am shocked by how good this smells. Like, it is astonishing. It smells so
I know,
phenomenal.
It does smell good.
I'm gonna tuck in some napkins right under it. So yeah, enjoy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Chopped cheese is like a long sandwich, so kind of like a hot dog.
Yeah, I explained to her that it's on a hoagie roll,
So it'll
like
be a
the
little
origin
bit
of the
messy.
chopped cheese in New
I am
York.
so down for this messiness. Wow. Okay, I'm starting with the chopped cheese.
Okay.
I don't even know how to start.
So the chopped cheese is exciting to me because I'm originally from Philadelphia.
Okay,
We love our
so
cheesesteaks.
cheesesteak. Yeah, we actually did a special here that been our best special was the Korean bulgogi cheesesteak. So we do
Oh my
Korean
God.
marinated, like, thinly sliced up steak, and we did it cheesesteak style here.
How is it, Molly? Just going in for a second bite.
That is some good comfort food.
Yeah.
That is hangover food right there.
Yeah, it is also, yes. Then that's our belly melt. So it's like
Wow.
our version of a patty melt, which is also a Texas thing. Basically a burger with more cheese inside some Texas toast.
Wow.
The toast looks so like crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. Oh, the double patty smash burgers are awesome.
Wow. Wow. The smash burger patty is very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what we like. It's like we want that char. To me, what makes a perfect burger, or like in this case, a sandwich, like the meat has to be charred on the outside, but you still taste the beef. And then American cheese all the way because it melts the best. It's very classic. And then usually if I were to do a burger, I love the potato rolls. So that's what we do here. And then in this case, Texas toast because it's usually fluffy, but then we toast the outside with some butter.
Wow. Okay, you gotta try now.
Okay.
Camera down, time to eat. We are in Christine's home. We've got the kitchen behind us where the magic
Yes.
happens.
Sometimes. A lot of times still botched dishes.
Well, hopefully a little bit of magic will happen today.
It'll be on you because I'm gonna have you help me. You're gonna be my sous chef.
That's what I was gonna say. If it does get botched today, it's my fault. If it's magic, it's Christine's. But I wanna feel like all your memorabilia from the show and
so
stuff.
I'm gonna guide you over here. So here is like a frame that my brother-in-law, he was actually at the finale of MasterChef, but this is the white apron, the very one I got from the judges when I got past the first audition.
Wow.
So he framed it. I should have gotten the judges to sign it, but I totally forgot. And he framed it, so that's hung up here on our wall.
That's very cool.
And then I never, well, here is like my cookbook, which I know you asked to,
Yes.
look at. So this is my cookbook. This is my first one, Recipes from My Home Kitchen. It was available in Braille through the National Braille Press, but I don't know if it's in print there anymore, but it is available in audio as well. And then I never take this thing out either, but for you, Molly, this is my MasterChef trophy.
Ooh, whoa.
The very one that I got when I won the show.
It's heavy.
It is heavy, and I think it, like there's a little thing on the bottom that you might twist, and it's supposed to light up, which I don't know if it's still, because this thing
Really?
is like 12 years old or something. But I remember traveling with this in my bag back home from LA after filming, and the TSA like pulled it out, and I was like, no, you can't pull that out. No one's supposed to know. And they're like, what is this, a weapon? I'm like, no, it's just a trophy. Don't worry about it. Because it was still all under wraps when I flew home with it. So I will give you now a tour of my kitchen.
Okay.
So here we can
go this way?
Yeah, we can go this way. So here I have a big island in the center, but we're gonna start on one end. So here I have like, this is my microwave cupboard that I have sitting out. Here's like my air fryer toaster oven thing.
Love an air fryer.
And I love counter space, so here's just a little bit, but I have my water bottle right here, but here I will keep my salt, pepper, and stuff back here.
Oh my
Here's,
gosh,
like,
this mat under the feet?
oh yeah, they're not cheap, but we cook so much that we have to have like the mats that are helpful for your back. And
No,
your
really,
feet.
it feels so nice.
And I think you'll appreciate, because you like design, they have like a design and color and print on them, and you can buy different kinds. So it's not just like your plain black or your, plain color or whatever. So there's a pattern. Here's my spice drawer, so you can feel like I have all the spices in alphabetical order starting here. So I believe here I probably have like allspice, annatto seed, and then it gets to bay leaves perhaps, and cinnamon, and then it wraps around like this, and then it's all in alphabetical order in some way.
How do you differentiate when you're cooking?
So first, I'll either smell it, but after you smell so many spices, they it all blends in. So I actually keep a pantry list on my phone on an app that lists everything I have in my house, like all my ingredients, whether it's my spices, things I have in my freezer, things I have in my pantry, and then it's in the order that it's in. So I'll go in and I'll pull up the spice list or something, and then the spice and herb list, and then I'll scroll through it and I'll count like, okay, like cumin is 6 down the list. So then I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Did you ever use like Lookout or Seeing AI or
I do use
those?
Seeing AI. I use that quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find apps like that really helpful for reading labels.
Yes, yeah. This is my stove. I have a 5-burner stove. I have some pans on it right now. So I have a big one in the center and then 4 on the side.
Wow. Were you picky about what cook?
I did want gas, yeah. But I think if I did it again, I would want now induction.
I have an induction.
Yeah.
Not that I use it, but I got it.
Okay, so here now it's like our more counter space, and if you go
Oh yeah,
to your
lots of
left,
counter space here.
you got sink, and then I have a dish rack to the left of that. Then John's little coffee station here, because he loves coffee, so he makes AeroPress coffee for us every morning. And then if you keep going, this is I have cutting board, my big cutting board's here, and then above it are my knives. So be careful.
Oh.
They're all on a magnetic strip. So I have them all lined up, blades facing right, like and then all the handles are down, and then it goes from smaller to larger. So it's like my small paring knife to like utility knife to then a bunch of chef's knives.
Wow, yeah, it's quite magnetic.
Yeah.
It's very strong.
This is my pantry. So I'll turn on the light. So it's
a
pretty
walk-in.
organized. Yeah, it's pretty organized. I just have like a lot of my appliances on the ground, the heavier ones like my stand mixer, rice cooker, food processor, and then I have like bins that organize like one will be like beans and nuts and vegetables, and the next one's like meat, and then the next one's like another thing.
Did you ever braille label stuff in the pantry?
I think I did, but my Braille labeler sticker always like unstuck, so it
Yes!
always fall off.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, so
That's
I'm
what
like
we're struggling with
yeah,
right now
I'm
in our
like, it needs to be
pantry.
a different tape. Yeah, it needs to be a different adhesive. So
Yeah, we need to like get a glue gun or something.
yeah,
and literally
yeah,
glue
it always falls off. So yeah.
Glad we're not the only ones having that problem. Also, I think it's funny because you said I'll turn the light on and you turned it on. It's no different to me. Exact same as when the light was off.
It's for the camera, Molly. We live for the camera.
Exactly, we do it for you. You're welcome.
Yeah, so that's my pantry full of stuff.
Full of ingredients. Is your fridge like well organized? Are we gonna
it's
see a
pretty-
mess in here, Christine?
No, it's pretty organized. I mean, we've been experimenting with a lot of stuff. So we have those plastic containers in the restaurant industry. They're called delis. So we have a bunch of delis with the random ingredients in them because we've been like R&Ding for our menu at home.
Ooh, fun.
But yeah, and then my mother-in-law like gave us some kimchi and stuff she made. So there's some stuff of hers in there.
I love kimchi.
So, but yeah, pretty organized. And then this is my island. I love that's very big because prep space is very important. So you can feel your way around that. And I have our mise en place set up over here.
So I've heard there's murmurings of me cracking some eggs.
Yes. So I will tell you what we're making today. I wanted to choose something that was one, simple, so that you can feel empowered after you make this. And maybe you can do this at home by yourself. And then 2, because we're in Texas, I had to do this. And I know you have this in California too, and you call them something different. Here they're called breakfast tacos.
Oh.
Okay, so let's get started. I will have you start off with a fairly easy task. So over here, I'm gonna give you a bowl. I'm gonna take the eggs out. We're gonna have 4 eggs here, and I'm gonna put them on this towel so they don't roll away from you. And the proper
smart.
way, the proper
Putting
way,
on towels so they don't roll away. Look, I'm already learning.
the proper way to break an egg is you always want to break on a flat surface. So some people do like the breaking on the edge of a bowl.
That's what I've always done.
That will get your shell inside the egg. So you're more likely to have shell inside your eggs.
We don't want shellage.
Yeah. So what I do is I always break it straight on the surface, like of a counter, and then I crack it open one hand, so that I still have one clean hand. And then I'll do that with, sometimes I do get shell in there. Of course, like there's always mistakes, but usually that's the clean way to break an egg. So you want to try one?
Okay, wait. I have one in my hand already.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Do I push down on the counter?
You just simply just crack it, tap it.
Okay. I don't know why I'm so nervous about this. Okay, I'm gonna try. If it makes a mess, we'll clean it.
Yes, yeah. So you just crack it real quick and then bowl right in front and just hold it over the bowl. You can use your other hand too. I've just cracked a lot of eggs in my life.
No, I'm trying to do it like you. I'm trying to do it the right way. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I did it one-handed.
You did? Yeah.
Is there shells?
No shells.
No shells.
Here, I'm gonna get you to do another one.
Okay.
Practice makes perfect.
Wow,
Yeah?
I feel legit.
I was gonna help you with them, but I think you got them. And I feel like do you have the last one?
Yep.
Okay, then let's crack that last one.
I'm getting too confident. I got too confident with that one. I got too confident.
No, still no shells.
Really?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wow, and like nothing on the counter either. Like it didn't really like spill a bunch or anything.
you wanna rinse your hands, and I'm gonna dump these shells in this
Wow.
trash bag over here, and then I'll rinse my hands too, and then I'll give you a whisk, and then have you whisk.
We should show this garbage bag down here.
I mean, it's not sexy or anything.
No,
it's
I
just
know,
a
but
grocery bag.
sometimes cooking ain't sexy. Christine
Yes.
has this brilliant idea. We've got a just old, grocery bag
Reusing, grocery bag.
hanging from the drawer.
Yeah, next to me when I prep, and I just dump like my trash in there. And then the good thing about it too is like afterwards I tie it up and I throw in the trash, so it kind of contains like the smell and the mess a little bit more all in there.
Brilliant. Love it. I also love that your soap dispenser is automatic.
Yeah, because
so you're not touching it with dirty hands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the point. So my soap is automatic. Okay, so I'm gonna cut up green onion, but I'm gonna give you a whisk, which I put somewhere here.
Wait, can I try cutting?
Yeah. Here, let's have you do that first then. So I'm gonna kind of try to show you, or tell you what knife safety is, okay?
Okay.
So I have a utility knife, which is not as big as a chef's knife, because we're only gonna be cutting green onion today, so I didn't need to bring out a giant chef's knife. But you want to, here, give me are you right or left hand?
Left.
Oh, wow, so this will be really interesting. Okay, so when you hold, okay, actually I'm gonna hold it with my right hand because I'm right hand, and you feel my hand, and be careful with the blade. But you see how I have my thumb and my forefinger pinching each side of the blade.
Wow, yeah, okay.
And then your last 3 fingers are wrapped around the
Curled
handle.
under the handle.
Yeah, and then when you chop, you just need to make sure your other hand that's moving the vegetables or holding the vegetables, your knuckles are always curled in, so that you don't have an appendage out that may get nicked. So you're always slicing against your knuckles. So you want.
And is this how a sighted person would do it as well? Like
Yes.
theoretically, that's how they should. Be
exactly
doing
the same.
Exactly the same, yeah.
Yeah. You want to try? I'm going to put the knife now. Blade is actually right to your right, so you'll probably take, and then the blade is facing away from you. So I want these thinly sliced.
it. I will do my best. Okay.
Oh, yeah, if you want, you can flip them around. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, since you're lefty.
Okay. Okay. How do I cut? Do I pull back and forth? Or
Yeah,
just-
so you're always kind of like, this is a smaller knife, so it's not like, the shape is not gonna be as severe as a chef's knife. So usually with a chef's knife, you're kind of doing a rocking motion, but I would slice it. So you're kind of going, like you're not chopping down, up and down, but you're kind of going like you're
Forward
going
and
down.
backward?
Yeah, you start kind of from forward and then go back, pull the knife back towards you.
Yeah, you're getting it. That's great. Nice little size pieces too.
Well, look at this,
Kind of
chef.
missing a little bit at the end there. So
Oh.
there's one extra little.
Oh, this one.
not sliced.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
you go.
Let me show you another tool actually that is very, that I started using when I lost my vision too. So this is called a bench scraper. And have you ever used this tool?
I haven't.
Okay, so a lot of like pastry chefs or whatever, they use, this is also called a dough cutter. So they can use it to like divide the dough into different like
Right,
pieces.
sections, yeah.
But I usually call it a bench scraper, and what I love about this being visually impaired is it helps you gather all your ingredients. So you're not like wondering where, things are, and then you can just scoop it all and then
Put it
dump
into the bowl.
Exactly, yeah. So back to the eggs. I know there was a whisk somewhere, right? Did I give you a whisk? Oh, here it is. So this is actually kind of a big whisk for this bowl, so don't go too crazy or you're gonna end up with like egg in your hair.
That's another thing that I do a lot. Like when I'm stirring something, it splashes everywhere. Like I think I stir too aggressively.
Yeah, maybe. So the technique to whisking is usually, I like to do it so here, let me show you how I do it. So I usually hold, how would I describe this? I'm holding this almost like I'm holding a pen or something. So, and then usually I use my wrist because it's less tiring than using my whole arm. But sometimes I'm using my whole arm to push back and forth depending on what I'm trying to do. But with eggs, they're pretty delicate. So I'm just kind of like gripping the whisk like a pencil or something. And I'm just kind of making little circles, but then also making a bigger circle around the bowl.
Okay, so you're not going back and forth, you're going in a circle.
No, but you can also go back and forth. Yeah. We're doing eggs, we're not doing anything that's like super high, like, you know, culinary thing that you have to whisk in a certain way. But I'm gonna add some salt, because eggs always love salt.
Do you have any tricks for making sure you put the correct amount of seasoning?
Always by tasting, yeah. So for me, I think it's just by experience. And I'm gonna add some pepper.
So you kind of season with your heart.
Yeah, and then I taste later.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you know when they're done being whisked?
I don't actually really know. I just kind of do it by a certain time. And then I kind of, since I still have a little bit of vision, I just kind of put my face up, or then I'll ask John, I'm like, did I break all the egg yolks? Like, that's kind of how it goes.
How much vision do you have left? What's your vision?
So scientifically speaking, they say it's counting fingers in both eyes at maybe a distance of 12 inches or so. But I describe it in layman's terms, like as if you came out of a really hot shower and everything's like really foggy.
Okay.
So I see some color, I see contrast of color, but I wouldn't necessarily know like red from brown or red from green.
Right.
Yeah.
You can see like dark to light type.
Yeah. And everything's just really hazy.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we're going to start our cooking. And then here's another fun tip is squeeze bottles are a chef's best friend. We use an old sriracha bottle for our cooking oil.
Oh.
So I'm not sponsored by Sriracha, but their bottles do make good secondhand like use of a squeeze bottle. So all of our cooking oils here, so you can just squirt it straight into the pan instead of like pouring it out of the bottle and then it gets everywhere. And
Smart.
okay, actually, I'm gonna let you do all this.
That's just why I'm here.
The pressure is off of me.
This is what I'm saying. If it sucks, it really will be my fault.
Okay, so first we're gonna start with the chorizo. So I'm gonna turn on the stove for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you, I was gonna say, I'm gonna give you a weapon, but I'm gonna give you a spoon.
I could use a spoon as a weapon.
I'm sure you can.
And like me, you use bump dots on a lot of.
Yes, that's right. So I have the bump dots on the different, you can feel them on the different stoves, and I had John set them on like a medium heat. So if I line it up, then I know that's medium heat. Okay, Molly, I'm handing you a metal spatula.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. It made a noise. I don't like that.
This is just a high flame.
Okay, I can feel the heat.
I'm gonna let it warm up a little more, but here's the bowl of chorizo. It's out of the casing already,
okay.
So you hear how that like kind of just sizzled away.
Totally.
Yeah. So now you know the pan's pretty hot. Use a spatula to add the chorizo to the pan.
Okay, I'm using the spatula right now as like an extension to my hand to feel where the edge is. Wow, it's so hot. Okay, it's gonna be fine, Molly.
It'll be fine, I'm here.
Okay.
It's not gonna explode.
This is genuine. Like, I really have a fear of cooking. The determined person in me wants to try, the fearful one does not.
Do you want me to turn this handle to your right so you can...
Oh, yeah, maybe that would be good.
Here, I'm gonna
so then I could hold it and I would kind of know where it is.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna hold that.
And then yeah, you're kind of just chopping up the chorizo and then just kind of moving it around, but don't go crazy like you say you normally like to, and then have chorizo all over the place.
Yeah, I do that.
So it's no worries, like just kind of move it around a little gently. You're gonna try to brown it. You'll feel the texture like kind of go from soft and mushy to like a little bit more stiff, and that's when you know that the chorizo is like browning. So when you think it gets there, hand me the spatula and I'll feel, and then I'll...
But what if I overcook it?
It's fine. This is your learning session. It'll be a learning moment.
Okay.
I will still eat your overcooked breakfast taco, Molly.
Okay, I'll save room for dinner tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna add some more oil, and then I'm gonna throw some tots on here and smash them and then see how they go. This is something I haven't tried before at home. So I've only fried tots, but I have yet to ever like cook them and smash them on the thing. But I feel like this might add some nice texture to our breakfast tacos. So I've put in like
Taking risks and trying new things.
Okay, so I'm just throwing a bunch of random tots everywhere and I'm kind of smashing them down.
Can I try?
Yes, but I will warn you, like, be careful because they might splatter just a little bit, so don't be too scared, but I'm gonna hand over the spatula. I've added some oil, so hopefully they don't stick too much. But
Okay.
here's the spatula.
Here's your hand.
And then, yeah, and then you can feel it in the pan here. Do you need me to turn the handle around again? Because I moved it back,
okay.
because I'm right-handed.
I'm being very delicate.
Yeah, it's kind of what you
Yeah, so just kind of smash down on them, and then we'll hear them. I'll be listening to when they kind of get to like a frying sound, and then I'm probably gonna salt them real quick, and then I'm gonna have you just kind of try to flip them or turn them, and it's gonna get messy. So no worries if they like break apart or whatever. Then it'll be like, just think of it like a smashed hash brown or like a deconstructed hash brown.
Okay, I have the handle.
Yeah. So then you're holding the skillet. Yeah.
And what do I do?
You're just gonna kind of try to scrape it up, and it may stick because I don't know how much oil I've added, but you're just gonna try to like flip it or like at least turn it so that both sides kind of brown.
But I think it broke up into pieces.
Yeah, I said that would happen, so don't worry. It would happen if I did it too. Just depending on how we smashed them and how much they've cooked, but. And then just try to spread it out again on the pan.
Okay.
Got it? So you're gonna just cook that at low, and you're just gonna kind of constantly do a slow stir.
Okay, I did it. So I kind of stir, like.
Yeah, you're just kind of doing like yeah. So it's gonna cook on low heat, and you're just gonna kind of just constantly do that, and then we're gonna cook it low and slow until it becomes like a soft scramble. So not like burnt, not too hard, but kind of like still a creamy
mushy.
taste. Yeah.
Wow, I'm making scrambled eggs. I think they're almost done.
Yeah, let me
I think
feel.
so.
What's this up?
Yeah, so what I said is carryover cooking will still happen, so I turn up the heat, and I keep forgetting that your handle's gonna be on the other side. Yeah, this is, I would say pretty soft scramble.
Is it too hard or too soft?
I would say, to me, this is how I would eat them. So I think this is my preference. So it's, I would say this is a soft scramble.
Yay!
Success.
I did it.
All right, so I'm gonna orient you, okay?
Okay.
Here you've got a plate with the warm tortilla. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go from right to left. Here you have the chorizo.
Okay.
Here you've got the eggs. Next, in this little bowl, third bowl, is some of the potatoes. Mm-hmm. Then we've got, next to that is the queso fresco that's crumbled up. And then after that is the green onion, which you're totally fine using your hands in that.
Okay. How do I do it? Like, you just do it to your heart's content? Like, how do you?
Yeah, so I think a lot of people, their mistake usually is they put too much, and then their burrito or their taco falls
Too
apart.
stuffed, right? Okay.
Yeah. The thing with being visual impaired is touch, for me, I think is actually the most imperative sense in the kitchen for me. So I'm constantly feeling and cooking with my bare hands. And I'm also kind of feeling to make sure I got my chorizo like in my tortilla. Or
Yeah,
top of my tortilla. Yeah, I do the same.
I always say that my hands are my eyes. Like, for me, yes.
They are.
My hearing is important, but my hands, like,
Yeah.
I'm really a toucher. I really touch and feel everything.
All right.
Time to taste what we've made.
I'm excited.
Oh my gosh. That's really good.
You know, Molly likes it when she goes, That's her sign that she likes it.
We've taken a lot of little bites of food all day, but we have yet to actually sit down and enjoy a full meal. And I think that seems like the perfect way to end off today, which has been so special. I am so happy we've finally been able to do this, though I will admit, and I think it was obvious, moments of cooking was a little stressful. So I think it's time for a cocktail and time for some
You earned
food.
it. You were the chef in my kitchen today, so you earned this cocktail.
And now we will enjoy eating in your restaurant.
Yes.
So I'm gonna let you guide us in the choices.
Juice, ooh,
Gin,
wow.
carrot juice, ginger, and lemongrass syrup.
Oh my God, that
Yeah,
sounds
that was
good.
delicious. I'm very excited about that one.
So I got beef sour, Sonkai gin, lemongrass syrup as well, lemon juice, and then egg white for that.
Incredible.
Sir.
Campfire.
Oh, okay, you want to get this because he's lighting it on fire.
Whoa. Fun.
I don't even know if I'll know where the marshmallow is to blow it out.
Wait, there's a marshmallow in the cocktail?
So it's on, yeah, it's gonna be on the side, and he's gonna light it on fire, and then it toasts, and then you blow it out, and then it's one of our newer drinks called the Old Fashioned Campfire. It's
That's
like a
incredible.
peanut butter fat washed whiskey bar version of an Old Fashioned.
Stop. That sounds incredible. Okay, blind cheers. Let's
I know.
see how we do.
Let's see how we do.
Where's your cup?
Slow motion.
Wait, where is it? Oh, I think I got the marshmallow.
It's like your typical crudo, so you'll have the raw fish, you'll have a little bit of spice and heat in there from some pepper and then some herbs as well. And then the next thing I would try is what is called the Bangkok, and I'll explain that when we get there.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna try the first bite. I'm just gonna use my fingers.
Yeah, no
Okay,
problem.
great.
No one's gonna judge you here. Just make sure you got your, and plus I feel that Alec also gave us some wet wipes because I know we got wings, so you can also use that after you use your fingers.
Okay, dish number 2.
And then there's a bowl in the middle, in the middle between you two.
Oh,
There
right
you go.
here?
Oh, so yeah,
And
I
then
think
there's
it's
a dipping bowl.
Yeah, it's right here. Do you feel it? It's a stinky sauce, so if you get your finger in there,
Okay.
good luck. But I
Oh.
guess you're eating wings.
Do I
too,
just-
so you
Where is
wrap-
it? Is
that
it here?
little bowl inside the bowl. Yeah.
I got it.
sorry.
I got it. That was challenging, but I did it.
See, even eating is a daily challenge for visually impaired people.
Very good.
Thank you. Yeah, with Vietnamese food, it's a lot about using fresh vegetables. So after you eat a lot of Vietnamese food, it doesn't feel like too heavy. Like you've got your fresh lettuce, your pickled carrots and stuff, but then you've got like a nice crispy contrast with the crab. And
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to try a wing.
Okay, that one's easier for me to get on your plate for you.
As you can see, I've already polished off a wing. It is so good. It's definitely, I can totally taste the Asian flavor profile in
Yeah.
this with the spices. I love the crispiness with the sauciness, the succulent chicken. It's very, as you said, it's not too spicy, it's not too sweet.
Yeah, it's not too spicy. It's got some sweetness from like the ketchup, and there's a glaze that's made of sugar, and then I like the herbs because they still kind of pick up the heaviness of the dish. So the fried wing doesn't taste like super heavy. So it's a nice mashup of all these different flavors.
I have never had duck, and what better occasion than now? So I'm gonna try it. I'm a little intimidated, but we will give it a go because I am always up to try new things. Okay.
Oh, you just gotta eat the whole thing. Yeah.
I'm curious to know what you think of duck for your first time.
Okay.
Because some people love it, some people don't like it.
I like the salty, crispy coating. It definitely tastes similar to chicken. It's chicken adjacent. It's definitely like gamier, heavier, and like a deeper flavor. Definitely more reminiscent of like the dark meat on a chicken.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, no, I do like it. My mom doesn't like duck, which is why I've never had it. Let me try the noodles now. Oh. The noodles with that,
Yeah.
that's where it's at. Final dish, the most classic of them all. Let's give this a go. I've got some rice and chicken. Oh.
That's
Oh, yeah.
Vietnamese comfort food.
Oh my God, that's good. Oh yeah, we're taking that home.
Oh yeah.
And what ensued following that bite was many more good bites of so many dishes. There are some things that I ate that I will think about for the rest of my life. Like that soda that I had at the Stuffed Belly, I actually went back another day when we were leaving Houston to get another one. Those noodles, like the duck noodles, specifically the noodles with it, oh my God, so good. The yellow curry, it was perfection, like true comfort food to me. And more than anything, I feel like I genuinely made a new friend in Christine. She is such a delight. Her and her husband are both so wonderful. After that, we just hung out, had cocktails, we ate ice cream, and we just had such an enjoyable night. I will absolutely be seeing them again in my future. I know that for sure. And I can also truly say that I feel like I did learn a lot from cooking with Christine, and you guys saw it. Like, genuinely, it scares me. It's something that makes me uncomfortable. That was definitely outside my comfort zone doing this, but I'm so glad I did, and I do want to challenge myself. Now, this was filmed a long time ago, like at least a month ago. I want to challenge myself to try to make at least the eggs again. So give this video a thumbs up if you want to see me attempt to do it on my own without Christine hand-holding. And let me know, what do you want me to do next in this series? Who do you want me to feature? What skill should I try? Let me know. Make sure to check out Christine down below, all of her links, her cookbook. Go to her restaurants if you're ever in Houston. Cannot recommend enough. Thank you to her for being a part of this video. And if you want more Blind Leading the Blind, you can check out this to see me go surfing with blind surfer Pete Gustin, or over here to see me learn to play piano. Ooh, bye.